generation iron app on Google Play and the App Store.
But do you think maybe some people don't know the full story? Like, they don't know the full dangers of the sport?
Listen, then there's the morons. You're going down this road. Let's go down to this road. This is the moron avenue, all right? These guys are crazy. Like the people who take 60 IUs of insulin a day. 60? I mean, you know how much sugar and food you have to eat so you can just keep up with it? And what happens? They go to sleep and they don't wake up.
Now, there was another guy by the name of Isaac Quivadel, right? He moved to Canada, and then he was men's open from Iran, and then he developed brain cancer, a tumor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know he is.
Now he got a brain tumor. I think it was removed, and I think he's still going through, but I think he's getting a little bit better.
Right.
But when it happened to him, from what his son told me, right, it was he started kind of like speaking out against steroid use and kind of like talking about bodybuilding as a whole, like, you know, it's not healthy or whatever, right? What do you think? I mean, obviously, you've witnessed deaths in bodybuilding, right, over the years.
Yes.
You've known people that passed away.
Yes.
So when that happens, is it fair for them to criticize the sport, or is it something that?
No, it's not fair at all.
Because they kind of
made that decision.
They knowingly went into
it. Yeah, they knowingly went into it. Nobody told me to stop doing it. Nobody told me to go in a different direction. I knew all the consequences, and I got into it. You know, it was my decision. You know, just like that, you know, I know this is a stupid analogy, but I'm gonna say this to you anyway. It's like a porn star, you know, his dick gets broken in half, and at the end it says porn industry sucks. Coming out against the porn industry. You know, it's the same concept. No, you're the one in it. You were having a great time while you were doing it. You were a star, you were making money, and now you're coming back against it? No. You're a big boy, you know what you were doing. No. I feel bad for him. And yes, I've lost many people. You know, someone like the guy who got me into this sport, James Bryant, rest in peace. He got me into bodybuilding as a teenager. You know, he passed away right in front of my face. It's hard. It's very hard. But, you know, these are the decisions that people make. And again, it goes back to one thing, Vlad. It goes back to the most powerful word ever, genetics. You know, my great-grandmother, Khanjan, okay, she drank alcohol and had more sugar than you can possibly imagine and smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day. She lived to be 108. 108, okay, genetics. Then you have people who go out and run marathons and eat, you know, vegans and all that, and they have a heart attack at 42. If it's your time, man. That's it.
But do you think maybe some people don't know the full story? Like, they don't know the full dangers of the sport?
Listen, then there's the morons. You're going down this road. Let's go down to this road. This is the moron avenue, all right? These guys are crazy. Like the people who take 60 IUs of insulin a day. 60? I mean, you know how much sugar and food you have to eat so you can just keep up with it? And what happens? They go to sleep and they don't wake up. You know, that's happened a lot in the Middle East, especially in Iran. A lot of kids have been dying because of this insulin overdose. You know, so yeah, then there's the stupidity. And you can't go on the internet and you can't listen to, I get these things all the time, hundreds and hundreds of questions on a daily basis. How did you do this? And my response to them is the same way, man. Do your research, you know, go find yourself a good coach, because I'm not going to be responsible for something happening to you, and the next thing you know, there's King Kamali's text message to you saying, go ahead and, no, I'm not doing that shit. No, yeah, screw that.
Do you feel comfortable talking about steroids in general?
Yeah,
well, I always found that people that, you know, competed or were professionals, they kind of tend to kind of maybe stay away from that conversation.
I'm not people, I'm king.
No, I hear you, but I'm just saying.
I'll talk to you with whatever you want to talk about, man. I'm not uncomfortable at all. I'll tell you everything that you ask me. I'll answer my questions.
For sure.
Truthfully.
Do you think? I guess. Do you think the substances should be discussed openly, or do you think it should be, because in a sense that, you know, you're not supposed to be using them, right, in a sport, even though there's no specific rules about it. You're not supposed to be using it if you're competing, right? So do you think it's a taboo subject? That's what I'm saying.
It's very taboo. But at the same time, it's like, you know, you want to be safe about it too. You want to be smart. You want to be safe. I go on once in a while and I read these message boards and stuff. People are clueless. These kids are clueless. Vlad, I sit here in the gym at night when I'm doing my cardio, and I always do 20 minutes, 30 minutes when I'm finished up workout, just to cool down. And I see what's happening, you know? These Jersey Shore douchebags, you know, they go and they do 3 or 4 sets, and they go to the bathroom, disappear for 5 minutes and come back. What do you think they're doing in the bathroom? They're using the intra-workout insulin protocol. You know, they go, they hit the insulin, they come back, and they all had the same colorful Gatorade, Vitargo mix that they drink just so that the sugar levels will balance out. They can say, yeah, they're just taking it to extremes of chemical warfare. But the physiques aren't getting better, man. That's the whole point.
Well, how are they supposed to learn about that? Like, it's like a book.
How'd I learn about it?
How did you learn about it?
I studied. I did research, books. Back then, we didn't have the internet. We had books, man. We actually had to open up books and read. You know, I went and I asked people questions, and what's this, and how do you do this, or what's the reasoning for doing this? I didn't touch that stuff until I was 21 years old, man, when everybody else was all jacked up and they 18, 19, 20. 21, and I got my stuff. I'm not going to say his name, but he went on to become a Pro Bowl football star. He was a star, and he went to the Pro Bowl twice, an NFL guy. He went on a full ride scholarship to a major, you know, U.S. college, and we were really good friends. He got me my first cycle straight from the doctor from the college that he went to, and I gained 60 pounds from one bottle that I got. You know, now you got these compound pharmacies of who knows what you're taking from China, man. I mean, who knows what you're putting in your body.
So let's say somebody you care about, a kid comes to you, or even your son in a few years from now, and he says, "I want to be a bodybuilder." What do you say to him? Professional bodybuilder.
I would kick him across. I would punt him across the room. Hell no, no. If he wants to work out and have fun and this and that, yeah, I'll show him how to lift weights and all that. I don't want him to be a bodybuilder. Just like a lot of people right now don't want their kids to go play football, because now we're finding out everybody's getting head injuries, brain injuries. Exactly.
That's interesting. Yeah, I saw a movie about that.
Yeah. Times change, man.
What did you take on that, the football thing?
I think it's scary. I think it's incredibly scary, man. A lot of people, I mean, now, look back at it. Everything is starting to become, I'm watching the preseason football right now, and it's become obvious the sport has changed. They are not going for blood anymore, man. They're used to, remember there was a time where you would go and Harrison from the Steelers, where he would try to knock your freaking head off. Nah, man. Now they just slide in. Oh, I didn't do anything there. They don't want to get that flag, you know? It's a whole different game now, man.
It's interesting. So in bodybuilding, what do you think needs to happen? What do you think needs to happen for it to be, I don't want to say safer, but more accepted and to grow further? What do you think needs to happen in the sport in general?
The judges. Yeah, it's got to be run by the judges. If some kid comes with gynecomastia, bitch tits, nope, sorry, you can't compete. Some kid comes with extreme acne, what's up with the acne? You know, mark him down. Somebody comes with a distended stomach, nope, mark him down. Even though he's probably like the clear winner, nope, mark him down. You do that enough, okay, and the kids will start to pick up on what's going on. Hey man, from what I heard, The Rock is putting on the Rock Games, right? He's going straight up against the IFBB powers that be. Let's see what The Rock does. Let's see if he comes out with a press release or like a rules of conduct or something saying, if I see this and this, who knows?
Vince McMahon did something like that.
Yeah, but Vince went more towards entertainment. You know, yeah, he came out and these guys are coming off of like the space shuttle and, you know, some guy walked on stage with 2 slaves with a chain and, that's not going to work. You know, and then of course, what saved that whole thing? Me and you could have a whole conversation just about that, because I know all the ins and outs, the background story on that. It was money, you know. And basically, what happened is at that time, the president of the federation went to the leaders and said, if we don't start paying our athletes, they're all going to go to Vince, because Vince is paying them. Yeah. So what happened is, you know, he got a blank check and just went around the country and just started signing people to contracts. Money talks, man. You know that.
Of course, but the thing is, the viewership wasn't there. That's why I had to let it go.
Yeah, but it's always been fringe, man. It's always been fringe. Bringing Triple H into the bodybuilding world was very smart. You know, now that people started to say, "Oh wow, Triple H is gonna bring The Rock in," it's very smart. You know, it's opening up. But still, I would go to 10 years ago, Vlad. 10 years ago, you know, when you or I went to a nightclub, you see a lot of guys walking around looking like me, right? Jacked up, you know, this and that, walking around. Now, when I go to a club, you know, I just went to a club in New York on a very prestigious rooftop just a couple weeks ago. I look like the retard. I look like I did not belong in there, man. Everybody's wearing European Hugo Boss, very thin, you know, they looked at the whole European look. The muscles, for some reason, you know, it goes in cycles. Right now, muscle's not in, man. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. is he's the biggest superhero in the world right now. And he's 5'2", bucko 5, you know, so times have changed, bro.
I guess so. So what happened with Lee Priest, man?
Yeah, I got him on for King's World. Yeah, we did an hour and a half interview last night. He made 3 times I dropped to my knees laughing, man. He had me going. That guy, he talks. Yeah, he don't care. He does not care. Yeah, so it was good. Yeah, good shit.
Thank you so much, man. Great interview.
Of course, man. Of course. As always. Fantastic. As always.